Sincere salutation, phase and phone. My name is Senpai. Here's a quick Viseme tracking tutorial to get your avatar's mouth moving depending on the sounds you make in Veadotube. If you want to support my work, or you just want to download the working out-of-the-box template, you can buy my Veadotube template with Viseme tracking on my Ko-fi. If you got the time and energy to learn, you can follow this tutorial to recreate the Viseme tracking feature. This, sadly, isn't a step-by-step tutorial from zero, because I don't have the spoons to do that. To understand what's going on here, it's expected that official tutorials from the Veadotube lab itch.io page have been followed. You can also find instruction written in the description. I don't think I'll have the energy to answer questions under the video, but I think people will be able to help you if you pop by the official Veadotube Discord server. Enjoy! Okay, so here's the ingredients we need for this recipe. Mandatory. Mouth assets that correspond to each Viseme. You can find reference sheets on what each sound looks like pretty easily on the internet. Optional, a face. Okay, so I'm going to create an empty object to hold the mouth sprite. Then I'm going to attach it to the head. Now I create a state for each mouth, in which I will change the source of the mouth object to the corresponding mouth. Now that we've done that, I think we can move on to the node editor. So, what I like to do when I want to do a node network but have trouble figuring out how to do it, is I like to write down what I want the network to do. Here, what we want to do is figuring out how to connect the oculus to the mouth state. We want to have the number of each Viseme. Then we want to only keep the Viseme with the highest number. Then we want to switch the mouth state depending on what has the highest number. Okay, sounds doable. Remember to select your microphone perfect by right-clicking on the microphone node if you want the oculus to pick up your sound. Right-click a bunch of times on the oculus node to spawn every Viseme counter. Then, to only keep the highest number, we can link them to a max node. Now, the issue is we know what the highest value is, but the state machine has no idea what Viseme is that number. The solution is to check if the number output of max is equal to the number output of each Viseme with a compare node. If this is true, then we know that that Viseme has the highest value. Perfect. Our mouth group node only has one input, but we need to have any of our mouth states to be able to affect the mouth group. The solution is to create a stage storage node that has only one output but as many inputs as we'd like. Now we just have to connect the state storage to our mouth and use some boolean set event to connect the corresponding boolean to the string. Remember, to know what sounds correspond to what mouth, you can use a reference sheet online. Now here in the recording I forget to right-click on each boolean state event and instruct them to set the string when true. I correct that later, but I should let you know right now. So, the idea here is that sometimes multiple sounds correspond to the same mouth, so we need to connect each of the sound boolean to the corresponding mouth state event. Thank you for watching. If you want me to be paid for my work, you can give me a tip on Ko-fi or I don't know, buy the template or something. That would really help me creating more resources for everyone to enjoy. Thanks again. Bye!